this evening?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We good. Thank you for having us, man.
Hey man, I want to thank you for coming on to the. I want to thank you for coming on to the show, man. Just when people making noise, man, in their respective areas, man. I just want to make sure that everyone knows about it.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you a lot.
That's what's up, man. So, coach, listen, we're gonna get right into it. Considering that was a Super Bowl rematch of from last year. What was your approach, going into this game on Saturday?
I mean, it was still regular season, man, but it was a big game. We ain't changed too much,
Yeah.
but we knew we had to make sure our kids stay level-headed because of all the outside talk. And these kids know a lot about each other, so it was gonna be a big game regardless. So the biggest challenge was keeping our kids level-headed and control and not making the game bigger than what it was. So that was our biggest thing this week.
Okay, okay. Oh, hey, listen, man. Hey, you better than me, man. I don't know how you can make. I don't know how you cannot make that game bigger than what it was, man.
Hey, it was hard, but it worked out for us.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Now, coach. Looking at those two teams. I mean, you're both very, very talented teams, and you both compete at a very high level. But where did you feel as though your team had the advantage going into that game?
If I had to pick an advantage, I said was the pass. Our passing game, hands down. I feel like we got the best quarterback in the youth football, and I feel like we got the best receiving core. So not too many teams, man, got enough talent around on defensive side of the ball to stop all our receivers and still keep our quarterback contained. But like you said, man, the
Yeah.
Chiefs, man. I told Coach Derek all the time, and I appreciate him, man, for pushing us how he did.
Hey man, hey, Derek and Hurst, those both my homeboys, man.
Yeah.
I talk to them all the time, man. Now, listen, you touched on your quarterback, man. Baby Jesus and your athlete Nitro, man. Listen, just talk a little bit about those two kids, and their chemistry, and how the entire team seems to rally behind, the connection between those two kids.
Malachi, man, that's our leader, man. That's our leader, hands down. We've been together for a while, and Nitro coming in this year was a great
Okay.
addition, man. And Nitro stepped in, being a leader, and I pushed him forward. I needed him to be there. I needed him to be the guy that come in, and he knew what it took to win, man. I got a group of kids that haven't won to the Super Bowl or anything, but Nitro, he won a lot, so he had to step in and bring that championship mentality to the team. And I had to make sure
Okay.
I got it out of him, man. So and when he started doing it, the kids started buying in. They respect him just how they do Malachi.
Hey, coach, listen, I'm telling you, like, I watch a lot of youth football, and watching those two kids play the game and just the confidence and how they attack the game, man. I mean, I'll tell you, for a football fan, man. I mean, it was poetry in motion, and one thing, about me, coach, when I go to games, I don't honestly, until it's like late in the game, it's decided. I don't like to go down like on the side. I like to be in the stands because it's always going to be people on both sides, and that's really how I figure out, who's who and this, that, and the third, man. And just being there and watching those kids play, man. I mean, it was very, very refreshing, to see kids at that level compete and attack the game the way that they did. I mean, and you don't really see youth football games, especially at that level with 3 lead changes. And that just goes to show the fight that those kids had and the determination that they had, to want to win that game.
Yeah, like you said, man, for real, it took a lot. Those two, us and Carol City, man, those two of the best teams in youth football. Not trying to leave out nobody else, but we are two of the best teams, man. And we got a couple of other teams in this league that's great. So
Yeah.
everybody should have expected that, man. I don't think nobody on our team, nobody from their team expected it to be an easy game. A lot of respect
No.
go both ways. So I feel like we made a statement, man. Both teams, we made a statement this week that we are the best football league in youth football right now.
Hey, yeah, man. Listen, and one thing that impressed me with the FYFL I want to touch on, you kind of alluded to it in terms of just a competition level, because there's not very many leagues you're going to find in the country that you're going to have nationally ranked competition
Yeah,
in a regular season
yeah,
game.
yeah.
So just talk a little bit about, just you know, coaching in the FYFL and, making sure that, you're putting the right people in the right places because of the level of competition that you're going to face week in and week out to make sure that, your kids are level headed and understand that, you're going to get hit in the mouth every week.
Yeah, facts. So with that, I think it's more so. First, I'm gonna start out by saying FYFL is the best youth football league, hands down. And going into it every week, you never know what you're gonna face. So you got to prepare a little different. You got to make sure every child, not just your starters, you got to make sure the backup kids, everybody prepared, because you never know what's gonna happen, and you never know what
Yeah.
you're gonna see from the bottom of our brackets. From the worst teams in our league, still got some of the best athletes. And FYFL,
Yeah.
hands down, we got. You never know who you're gonna face on a week in and week out basis. You got to come prepared on every aspect of the game.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Now, you had talked about the pass and you guys being able to pass the ball. And one of the things that a lot of people were saying while I was there is that you guys really took 7-on-7 seriously.
Definitely.
So how did 7-on-7 in that offseason program help you guys going into the season this year?
So like I said before, man, we got the best quarterback in youth football and the best
Yeah.
receiving core. So that already was stuck out like a thumb to everybody. So all I do is
Okay.
work on our time, and that my quarterback can read defenses. He sit back there in shotgun. He can read your whole defense. And our receiving core know how to step up to the plate against the cover three. They recognize the cover three. They recognize cover two. You want to go too high. Our receivers know how to run routes. So doing 7-on-7 help us a lot. Also on the defensive side of the ball, man, I got some great defensive coaches that go unrecognized, man. We run every coverage. We go man. We go
Okay.
cover three. And we can do rovers, we do everything. So 7-on-7 helped us a lot of that with that. So it was kind of easy teaching the back end of things. So we kind of focus on the interior without being 7-on-7. So we did a lot of interior work.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, man, because not only kids playing in the FYFL, but the level of pressure coaching the FYFL to win, man, is listen. It's nothing that I've seen, parallel anywhere else, man. Just talk about, in terms of your mental preparation, because you're gonna hit a chatter, man. You listen, man. You lose a big game down there, man. They're gonna
It's the end of
they're
the
gonna
world.
rock you forever, man. You know what I mean? So, just talk about your experience. I mean, and how you approach coaching in a league that the margin of error is so small and the expectation of winning, is so great.
I mean, the biggest challenge in the FYFL don't really come from the coaches of the league. It really come from the parents and the kids. In
Okay,
this
okay.
league, man, the parents, we got some of the best parents, man. We got NFL dads and some moms that got kids that have been in football for a while, so they know what it takes to
Yeah.
win. If you can't take this pressure, man, this might not be the league for you, because every week you might have another parent down your throat. But for me, I'm lucky enough to have a group of parents that trust me and believe in everything me and my coaches do. So it's no
Mhm.
without a doubt, man. Our parents, that's where all the pressure comes from, the parents and the outside, the fans. Everybody a coach on the outside, but when you get between that green on the outside of them lines, man, it's real tough. But you got to be able to take those blows and them shots from everybody else.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. Listen, I'm in you guys' trash talk group, man. I've been there for a couple years, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
hey, hey, man. Hey, coach, listen. Hey, listen, man. I'm telling you, man. I got a lot of homeboys. Because I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. I graduated from Dillard, man, and
Okay.
so I got a lot of homeboys that coach down there, man. And I tell them, I say, man, look, y'all better than me, man, because man, there's pressure down there,
It
man.
is. It is.
I mean, it's especially when you have those, those top teams, that everyone knows is loaded with talent, man. The pressure down there, I say, man, listen, I don't know how y'all do it, man. I ain't built for it. I'm just gonna be
If you
honest with
don't
you,
like
coach. I ain't
football that
built for
much,
it,
man,
man.
you can't take it. You got to love this game to be able to take all that.
Hey, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Now, coach, you guys are going to be going into the playoffs this week. So now, are you going to change your approach to anything? That, because I know it gets more intense. Come playoff time, man. Listen, this is this is when all the no bowl hashtags start flying around, man. So, so how does what's your approach going into the playoffs, coach?
Oh man, the pros got to change a lot, man. Yeah,
Okay.
everything is different. We got it's when to go home. Nobody want to go home, man. In playoff time,
No.
it all goes on. It's on coaching. You got good athletes, but the coaches got to step up. So in playoff, it show you where you're coaching at. Then that's when you can go ahead and talk all your crap to all the coaches, man. Because if your coach ain't coach, it's gonna show in the playoff. Because everybody bring their A
Yeah.
games, and none of these kids want to go home. These kids know
No.
how talented they is, and they go for my team. They go for the Chiefs. They go for the Lions. They go for everybody, man. And the Ravens as well. These kids know what they want. And these kids don't want to go home, so it's all on coaching now. You got to make sure every
Yeah.
child is in the best position, and you got to make sure you got everybody on board. If not, it's going to be a long off season for you, and you never know what's going to happen to you in the off season.
Hey, coach, listen. You listen. I know exactly what you're saying, man. listen, you mess around and lose a game in the playoffs that you weren't supposed to lose, man.
Oh yeah.
You'll be struggling to have a team next
Oh yeah.
season,
You'll lose
man.
your whole team, man. You lose your whole team. You lose your
Listen,
whole
because
team.
those kids did not come to certain teams to lose. I mean, let's just be
Believe it.
real about it, man. They came to certain teams
Because they
because they
want to
wanted to
win.
win,
Right now
but
too.
because they want to win
Right
right
now.
now.
Right now.
Hey, coach, listen, man. I'm not gonna hold you up. Listen, if there's anything else that you feel as though the audience needs to know, or anything else that you want to get out there, anything you want to plug, man, you have the floor.
Well, thank you, man. First, I want to thank my top off family, man. I got the best set of coaches. Without y'all, man, I wouldn't be able to do it from the offense to the defense side of the ball, and also my parents, man, for trusting the process and riding with us through it all and taking this long journey, and also the FYFL for letting us be in this group and letting us go. And most of all, I want to thank Ken for letting us, Ken, the park president of Washington Park, letting us come. The
Okay.
good group from Bunch Park, man. When they let Bunch Park down, they let us come on over there, join his family,
Okay.
and come on and take over. And that's what we're doing right now, man. The process still rolling, and everybody's still riding on board, man. We ain't gonna stop. Top our boys, we here to stay. Y'all better believe that, for real. We here.
That's what's up. Hey, coach, man. Listen, I want to thank you again for coming on to the show, man. I knew it would be a great interview. I heard a lot of good things about you, man. I just want to bring you on, man, and give you an opportunity to talk about the team. Because listen, Coon put Washington Park on the map, man.
Yes,
Everybody knew about those teams that Coon had, and
yes,
everything that you doing, with the
That's
team
my
is
boy right now,
to
though.
be commended. Yeah,
That's
that's my
my boy.
dog, man. That's my dog, man. He came over to our event in the preseason over in Tampa, man. And like I said, I hit him up every now and then just to check on him to make sure he's good over there, man.
I appreciate it. I tell him you said what's up, man. But
That's
that's
what's
my
up.
guy
Hey,
right there.
hey, double salute to you, coach, man.
I
If there's anything
appreciate
I
you.
could do for you, man, you have my information. You can give me a call anytime, man. Hopefully I have you on, at the end of the season once you get your big
I
trophy.
hope so, man. One game at a time. East Boynton on the clock, man.
All right. Appreciate you,
All
coach.
right,
Enjoy the
thanks for
rest of your
having us,
evening.
man. Top
Nah,
off.
thank you, man. Yes, sir.
All right.
All righty, guys. Listen, I just wanted to give a huge thank you, to Coach Hatch for coming on, coming on to the show. Listen, I heard a lot about my man. That he was a good guy, great guy to have onto the show. Like I said, I went down and watched the team. Just wanted to make sure to give him an opportunity to come and talk about some of the things that are going on, not only with his team, but also in youth football, and in the FYFL, which I think is the most competitive league, in the country in terms of the the competition and also the pressure to win down there. But that, guys, I'm out. Double salute. I love you guys to death, and I'll see you guys next week.